I am Sarah Arciniega, and welcome to my channel. I am a new Stampin' Up demonstrator. I just came over from close to my heart, and so I am becoming familiar with all of their product lines. So very quickly, I've become impressed with their kits. And this is called an inclusive kit because it includes everything that you will need to create these projects. This one is for a set of 9 cards, and it has everything, like I said, that you will need. And so these are the little ink pads. There's a pumpkin pie one and a Bermuda Bay one. And this is fun for me because I actually don't have a lot of the ink pads yet, and so I'm getting to play with their colors. This is one of the cards that I've already made. I made a slight adaptation. I actually cut off part of the white card panel because I just didn't want to cover up all of the cute paper in the very back. It's this really cute gear paper. It's so light that you can't really pick it up on the camera, but it's this blue and white gear paper, and it's really, really cute. Here is just another view of some of the card panels. This one is the Bermuda Bay, and it has stripes on it. It's really cute. There's the stamp pad. It actually came with 2 sticker sheets, and for some reason I'm holding them upside down here, so I'm sorry about that. But you actually get more stickers than you need for the cards that they show you how to make. And so like the gear border that I was pointing out there, it's not actually on any of the cards, but it's there so you could make additional cards. There's also some googly eyes to add to the robots if you wish. Here's another card panel. Here it is folded. I've already put the little flower stickers on. They have a gear in the center of the flower, which is adorable. And then we have dimensionals that will allow things to be popped up. The speech bubble little die cuts are awesome. I would actually buy like a whole package of those. And then those are just more white panels. And here I'm showing you this is what I stamped. I did use my Misty. It is a solid stamp, and so that comes in handy. This is probably my favorite part of the whole kit. These envelopes, if I got one of these in the mail, it would just make me happy. But the gear paper there again in the back is adorable. And so here are the instructions. They actually are all just done by pictures. There's no words, but they're very easy to follow along with. But the reason that I purchased this, besides the cute cards, because I do actually like have a card night every once in a while at my house, and I thought my kids could even use this, but I saw it and thought, oh my goodness, I could totally do a scrapbook page with this kit, or the stamp set, because we went to this robot exhibit. So we were on vacation in Portland, and we went to the OMSI, I believe it's called, and they had a special exhibit there that had these cool robots. So I'm going to use the sticker sheet as my color inspiration. So because this is a card kit, there's no scrapbook paper collection to go with it. And so I had to create my own. And so what I started with was cardstock. And what I have here is actually close to my heart colors. I have pumpkin, sapphire, periwinkle, and lagoon. And I think they match the ink pads super well. Then I bring my sapphire and periwinkle colors in from close to my heart. And there is also a green color close to my heart. I would probably say it's like a limeade color. And with Stampin' Up, it would probably be like a granny apple green. But those are really cute. And then these are, once again, are the card bases. I have seen a lot of demonstrators lately take these and use these on scrapbook layouts. I'm going to put them aside, but I really do actually want to use those for the cards most likely. Then next, I turned to my pattern paper that I have from other collections, and I just pulled out things that were in the color families. So here I have a paper actually from Take to the Sky. You can see in the corner I have some other paper, but I saw the gear stamp and I was like, I could make my own pattern paper. And so I tried it out just like on a scratch piece of paper, and I really, really liked the end result. And so I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm bringing in scratch paper because you always want to stamp off the edge of your paper when you do this. It just makes it look more natural when it goes off the paper. And so here you also want to start with your largest stamp, and I've made here a triangle, and I'm going to just continue to do that. So I use the 2 gears and add a third one, and I just keep making triangles. You do kind of have to be aware that if you make like perfect triangles, or not perfect triangles, but like even triangles, you will end up with a line of objects, and so you do want to make sure you're changing that up a little. Here I have my next stamp. This stamp is not symmetrical, and so I want to make sure I'm rotating it in all the different directions, and so I go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a big gear in the sapphire and then use the little group of 3 and do that in periwinkle. So I have sped this up so you don't, and I don't actually show all the footage of making this, but I just think it turns out like a really cute pattern paper, like one you'd find in a collection somewhere. And while I finish this up, I'll take the opportunity to say thank you. I actually hit 1,000 likes like between all my videos, and so that was kind of a fun milestone for me, and so I really do appreciate when you click that like button. It's really good feedback for me. I also love when you guys comment, so feel free to always drop a comment and or ask a question if you have something that I didn't explain clearly, or if you have any questions. So here you can see that I've brought the little papers I made in, and I cut them to the dimensions in the book. I am using the Make It From Your Heart Volume 3 from Close to My Heart. I've also cut out letters that are kind of in an old school computer font that kind of looked robot-y to me. And so it says beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, kind of like a old school robot would sound like. Here are some more paper strips that the layout calls for, and so these are in Lagoon. I am using a sapphire paper for my base, and I just love this color combination. I also think it would make a really cute like summer type of page. Just the colors are just so fun and bright. And so here I'm going to bring my pictures in. I will have 2 4x6s here in the middle, and then I will have 2 3x4s on the left side, and then on the right side the left 3x4 will be a picture, and then the one on the far right will be a journaling spot, and that's how they had it there in the sketchbook. So there is another paper strip that goes along the bottom of the pictures, and I wanted it to have some interest, and so because I don't have pattern paper, I turned to my embossing folders. This is a small dot embossing folder, and I went ahead and sent it through the die cutting machine. I think I had to do it 3 times. There are some small creases where it gets pinched, like as you feed the paper through the little hole at the top, but I don't think it's super noticeable, and I'm trying to let go of perfectionism. So there you go. And so I went ahead and dovetailed the ends of that as well. I decided rather than keeping the title in the center, I did actually like the way it looked. I tend to like clean lines and things like that, but I decided to cut some gears out just from my Cricut. It was just the free gear that was on Cricut, and I did them in different sizes and in the different colors, of course, that we've been working with. And so here I'm trying to kind of make a small cluster, and including one of the robot stickers. Here I really should have stopped and like taped everything down, or gotten an anti-static pouch and taken the sticky off the sticker, because I was having a hard time. Everything was like shifting and moving on me, and the sticker was super sticky. But I'll learn one of these days to do that. And here I mess around with this quite a bit before I get it where I like it. In fact, I actually switched the robot out just because I don't know if it was the scale or the color, but I do switch this little guy out and I put him somewhere else on the page. So the exhibit, you can see that I brought my pictures in. It had robots that were playing like a game of soccer. It had another robot that they're experimenting with like kind of companionship for like lonely people, and where it would like respond to different cues and things like that. And they had all sorts of video or robots and like the different ways that we use them, throughout our lives. And it was really interesting. It was very interactive. My kids got to do a lot of hands-on things. And so it was very cool. But as you can see, I got that other robot up there, and I do like that a lot better. And then I turn to the right side. Oh, before I do that, though, I decide to add one more point down at the bottom. Here's another sticker from the sticker sheet. I would have liked to put it between the 2 pictures right there, but my kids are watching a robot to actually break dance in one of the pictures, and the robot would have like been covered up, and then my little guy's doing some interactive things, and it would have been covered up that part of the picture. And so I just put him right there in the corner, and then I add a friend on the other side actually in a little bit. At this point, it looks like I've already actually taped down my pictures. I did ink around them in sapphire ink, and then I did the same thing with the journaling. I did actually print that out in a navy blue so it would match. Hindsight, I actually wish I would have done the center white and then back that in a color. I was trying to kind of make it so that all of the rectangles there were all white, but I think I would have liked it better if I would have used like maybe the lagoon or the periwinkle to back that. I did actually get to use the cute little gear border though down there at the bottom. And then I have to figure out where to put the gears on the right page. And I did struggle with this quite a bit. In fact, I ended up texting my sisters asking, this way or that way? Like, what do you like best? So here I tried to put another robot sticker up there as part of the grouping. It's kind of weird though, because those 3x4 areas are on an angle, and so then I was like, do I put the robot on an angle? And it just felt weird to me. So I ended up putting the robot down at the bottom and then doing 2 clusters of gears, and in the end it actually kind of looks like I have a trail of gears across the page. I didn't want to completely fill it up though, because that's kind of what the top and the bottom paper is, and so there ends up kind of being a trail. But here it is all finished, and I think I'm pretty happy with the end result, but I'm super impressed with how I could use the card kit to make this scrapbook layout, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. And here are some videos that you might enjoy, and I hope to see you around here again. Bye-bye.